You to know you're gone, but I can't let you go. Baby, I still love you so, but I'm on this island alone.
Te llevaré a un lugar especial para vos, paraíso de amor, luna, sol, tú y yo. When the lights dim down, you will love the sky. Let me take you back.
DJ Coco, bring that shit on.
Out to our island, and needless to say, I want to stay. I know we'll be safe. No one will find our own secret place, far and away. Hey, baby, I love you, but something is wrong, and I don't know if this is where we belong. Another day on our island with tears on your face. You sailed away, baby. I want you to know you're gone, but I can't let you go. Baby, I still love you so, but I'm on this island alone.
Te llevaré a un lugar especial para vos, paraíso de amor, luna, sol, tú y yo. When the lights dim down, you will love the skies.
DJ Coco, bring that shit on.
There's no escape from our island. For me, it's too late. There's nothing but heartache and lonely days. Wind in the shore is my only embrace. As you sailed away, baby, I love you, but something is wrong. And can you forgive me if I don't come home? Another day on our island with tears on your face. You sailed away, baby. I want you to know you're gone, but I can't let you go. Baby, I still love you so, but I'm on this island alone.
Te llevaré a un lugar especial para vos, paraíso de amor, luna, sol, tú y yo. When the lights dim down, you will love the skies.
DJ Coco, bring that shit on.
To my island of love. 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 To my island of love.
Baby, I want you to know you're gone, but I can't let you go. Baby, I still love you so, but I'm on this island alone. Baby, I want you to know you're gone, but I can't let you go. Baby, I still love you so, but I'm on this island alone. Baby, I want you to know you're gone, but I can't let you go. Baby, I still love you so, but I'm on this island alone.
Te llevaré a un lugar especial take you back.
DJ Coco, bring that shit on.
Away out to our island, and needless to say, I want to stay. I know we'll be safe. No one will find our own secret place.
Alright, so is everyone here? Okay, alright, then I guess we can start. I would like now to welcome our architect, Mrs. Safika, our PC manager, Mrs. Safika, manager of publicity, Ms. Ain, and marketing manager, Ms. Atira. And not to forget my secretary, Hanim. Alright, so thank you for making time for this meeting. I would like to go through our last minutes of meeting, which was held on 27th of December. Okay, as discussed in the meeting, the approximate cost of Peranakan Kecil Island is 240 million, right? And Mrs. Rafizah reported that Peranakan Kecil Island is situated approximately 41 kilometers of the shores of Kuala Terengganu and only accessible by boat. And for this time being, there is no road and only a few foot trails. For the electricity, it still depends on the diesel generator, and fresh water is provided by the spring found in the interior. Okay, it is a protected island, and any development projects are required to have a minimal impact on environment. Okay, and currently the island has as many as 20 chalet-like accommodations with buildings no higher than 2 stories. Okay, we also have a few suggestions for the project which came from Ms. Atira, who suggested that we build a 5-star hotel, but was objected by Ms. Ain as it would inflict the small island. And what's our budget for this project? And Mrs. Shafika proposed that every person be given 2 months to do research on the island and its potential, so that a viable project could be put forth, right? And the suggestion was seconded by Ms. Hanim, but the time frame agreed by all was reduced to 2 weeks. To 4 weeks, and 5 weeks. Sorry. Okay, and as for any other business, Ms. Hanim suggested that each person brings a project proposal and with approximate cost and relevant supporting documents for this meeting. Right. So, are there any amendments?
Yes.
Alright.
Actually, the time frame agreed was 4 weeks.
Alright. Hanim, Miss Hanim, speak of that.
Alright, I need to. Sorry for mistake.
Okay, it's okay. Any other amendments?
No.
No. Alright, good. So, can someone propose that the minutes be passed?
I propose that the meeting be passed. I second that.
I hereby confirm that. Okay, so let's move on to the next item on the agenda. Mrs. Rafizah, could you please brief a little bit of Peranakan Kecil Island? I mean, about its facilities and or maybe you can give some suggestions about it.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Madam Shala. So far on what have I researched, Perhentian Kecil Island is actually more secure and isolated than Perhentian Besar Island, and it is lacking of facilities as compared to Perhentian Besar Island. Okay, and based on what I have found, both islands have dormitories, chalet, and campsite. So I would like to suggest that we should add more facilities such as a bank and hospital so that their holiday would be disturbed. I also suggest that we provide taxi to make it easy for the tourists to move from one place to another. This will attract more tourists as it will be more enjoyable being here without having any difficulty.
I'm sorry for interrupting, but I can share your view. Building a hospital is actually not really needed because in a small island with a limited space, having one or two more is, I think, more than enough. Perhaps the cost won't be as much as building a hospital, and we can cut our cost and save the rest for other facilities. As for the bank, I do not agree because I believe tourists normally will bring enough money as they are not going to stay for so long. Now, normally it will take 3 days and 2 nights, and they must have planned early for money management rate. Also, having taxi on the island is strongly rejected by me as we want to preserve the freshness of the air in the island. When we have taxi, we need to bear with the smoke from the vehicle and directly will pollute the air of Pulau Kecil Island. Maybe we can have something more eco-friendly, like bicycle. It does not produce any smoke and very safe to the environment. Less cost is needed to provide bicycle ride. We can open them for rental with the rate of 20 ringgit per 1 until 2 hours, which will indirectly will give us some profit.
Well, you have a very good point there. But have you made a rough cost on how much you will spend on that?
Yes, of course. We are planning on building 2 clinics, so it will totally cost around 200,000. As for the transportation, I think having 50 bicycles will be enough for the beginning. And we will add more if there is favorable response from them. And 50 bicycles will cost around 3,000. I have found a supplier from Sina Enterprise, which will provide us that much amount of cost for all 50 bicycles. So far, it's the cheapest I could find with a good quality.
Madam Sada, I
Yes.
think I agree with Ms. Shafika, especially on the matter of transportation. By using bicycle to move around the island, will be indirectly open the eyes of the tourists of the natural beauty of the Perhentian Island. Perhentian Kecil Island. I also would like to suggest that we have a few activities for the tourists on the island, such as snorkeling, jungle trekking, scuba diving, and jet skiing, because we want to them enjoy being in the islands to the fullest. As for the jungle trekking, I did got explore the beauty of nature, and then learn to appreciate what is inside it. This is only activity that is free to charge because we want to encourage people to get closer of nature. As for snorkeling, scuba diving, and jet skiing, we will apply affordable fees for those who interested to try this kind of activities.
This is me. But what about the cost of all equipment that we need? how many jet skis that do we need to buy? And I believe buying jet skis will cost a lot of money, right? And the maintenance too must be taken into the
While
account.
I have a survey, we can get a jet ski at RM 24,000 from Megarata Snamberhat, which are considered cheap because, as we know, the Megarata Snamberhat is famous in supplying water, sport equipment, and jet ski in their business. So quality should be not questioned, right? For the beginning, we shoot around 10 jet ski, and that will cost about RM 240,000, maybe less. For the fee, I think RM 170 per 30 minutes is reasonable and affordable. And then I believe we attract many visitors to try and thus give a high returns and can be used the maintenance costs.
So if I understand correctly, we will be using the amount of fee collected for the maintenance cost.
Exactly. And I believe the return will be more enough for the maintenance.
Maintenance. And okay, Miss Atira, what about you? Do you have any suggestions?
Yes, I do. When our last meeting, I proposed that we do a 5-star hotel, right? And it was rejected because it might get over the budget, right? And might harm the island. But if instead of putting a hotel, why not we put more chalets? And exotically architecture, chalet will surely be an attractive accommodation when they come to the island. We make it different from any other chalets available at the island. We will be using wood and perpetuate the Malay heritage. This indirectly will show the beauty of our Malay concept to the foreigners.
I see your point, but don't you think it won't be enough to attract foreigners? I mean, they will come just for sightseeing of our Malay architecture.
Oh, we don't have to worry about that. We will also provide spa service from head to toe. The best thing about this spa is that we will have it near the chalet which will be facing the ocean. Imagine you will be relax your body while enjoying the fascinating scenery of sunrise or sunset or listening to the sound of wave, an experience that the one could never forget.
Yeah, I feel the same way too. The holiday will be more meaningful, but I think we have a bigger issue here. It's about the electricity in Hotel Fiji Island, which is still using diesel generator for electrical power. This brings no good to the environment for the island. Because we know diesel generator produce smoke which could affect the environment around this island, and also the sound of generator is quite loud that it might disturb our tourist peacefulness. And I would like to suggest that we replace the diesel generator by the solar cleanest energy of electrical power. It doesn't make noise, smelly, or produce smoke.
Solar panel. Quite frankly, I don't think we'll survive adopting that approach. Why? Because, don't forget Malaysia doesn't always have sunny days. Right, sometimes it rains and has cloudy days. Then where would they get electricity then? Right.
That does make sense. Well, what about having a backup generator? I mean, we will having both generator at the same time. And in case of the rainy or cloudy day, you can use the diesel generator.
I think that won't do. As far as possible, we want to avoid something that would pollute the island, right? My suggestion is, why don't we go for wind turbine? It is also the cleanest energy source of electricity. It just needs wind to operate.
I could agree more. I also think that a wind turbine is the best approach so far. One of the best source of energy with a reasonable cost of bidding. If I'm not mistaken, we can get it at around 30,000, but it is the wrong cost. Still not sure of how much exactly will it cost.
Don't worry, I will do more research about the cost and all.
Alright, thank you, Mrs. Shafika. Sure, you just great. Anything else to add?
Yes, I would like to add on the sharing method which was proposed by Ms. Adira. What if we make it in package with the spa and there will be a range of price? Tourists can choose which package they want, and we will have family and honeymoon and single package. We also will have service for free breakfast sent to their room on their first day. We will offer the best service so that they become back again.
That sounds like a great idea. I also propose that we will build a restaurant.
Restaurant? I think we have had enough restaurant at stores there.
Sorry, I mean to say floating restaurant. We will have it beautiful design. We will serve many type of menus which mainly consist of seafood. But not to worry, there will also be Western or Chinese food for those who don't take seafood and vegetarian.
Okay, and what about the stability? I mean, we are released in the water, right? So, won't it get affected by the wave, especially during monsoon season?
Okay, about that. Don't worry, we are going to build it just near the seashore, on a shallow pipe. And I have made some research about it. During monsoon, it moves from east to west. So we will build the restaurant on the west. You won't be affected.
Nori, as about the publicity manager, will be in charge of that. We are going to advertise in our famous social networks such as Facebook and Instagram. We will surely have a lot as many people are using Facebook and Instagram nowadays. Brochure about the Perhentian Kecil Island will be distributed. Will be also cooperate with a few travel agency to help promote the Perhentian Kecil Island.
Good to hear that. Alright, so is there anything else? Anyone else wants to add? No? Alright, so let's conclude our meeting today. So is everyone agreed on the suggestions made by Mrs. Shafika? Right, on building clinics and providing bicycles to tourists, and about the wind turbine also. Right, and any comments on that?
I am completely in favor of that idea.
Alright, and then Miss Ain proposed that we hold a few activities for the tourists, such as jet skiing, snorkeling, and scuba diving. Right.
The trekking and also interactive bridge.
Okay, sorry. Jaga trekking and adding on the internet coverage,
Yes.
right? And do you all agree on that? Alright, good. And Miss Atira proposed that we put exotic Malay architecture chalets and spa, right? And we agreed on that, isn't it? Yes. Yeah, and yes, proposal by Miss Hanim that we have packages of chalet and spa for tourists. That sounds good, right? And is everyone okay with that? Yes. Okay, alright. Then lastly, the proposal by Mrs. Rafiza about building a floating restaurant, right? And it seems very okay to me. How about others?
That's my question. I absolutely agree with the idea.
Okay. Yes. Since everyone has agreed, our next meeting will be discussing the financial status of our development plan. Since we still cannot be sure of the cost of building the wind turbine and few other